Okay, let's do this assignment fast.
There I am, get her done. We'll say motivated, enthusiasm, and demanding. There's a picture of me doing performance work. We'll say confrontational, fierce, and direct. Piece for the Canada Council for the Arts. Provoking, demanding, and leading. Um, Power versus powerless. Justice, opposition, advocacy. There's me without pants on. We'll say funny, green, shorts. Biting that whip at a conference. Aggressive, combative, and teeth. Case for basic income in the arts. Equity, socialism, advocacy. There's me by waterfalls. We'll say masks, posing, and waterfall. There's me at a photo shoot, more masks, family, and woods. Now, advocacy work again, provoke, revolution, voice. I'm going to take 7 pairings of 2 words from this list, and I am now going to come up with an additional word for each of them. And those words are education, change, equality, sustainability, discourse, portrait, and designer. As you can see, I'm going to enter all these words into a word cloud in no particular order. I've time-lapsed that just so that it doesn't take all day to show you how to process. So now that they're all entered in, I am making the connections, a little bit of reverse engineering, where I take the core 7 outcome words and are reconnecting them to the words that they came from, so making a bit of a connection point. And at first, the entire word cloud is a bit of a mess, and I'm a neat freak, so I then am going to take some time and sort of come up with a way that the space can be divided, some sort of order to my chaos. That takes a little while, which the process of bringing everything over and then seeing the proximity to the different words gives meaning and lets me sort of find areas that I find are relevant to each other and opens up to additional processes. So it's around this point that I really realized that the images that I started with have become completely disconnected from the work that I'm doing, that those images are really just a launch point and now I'm working on something else. I do think about how the images were connected to me as a person and how that, although they also feature me, the decisions to choose them was my decision. So I started looking at the project overall as sort of like a process that revolved around myself, like this idea that if I was doing this work for a client, that I would be the client. So I'm really trying to work on a process that is about me, considering the images are all my images, and then therefore also like the images all come from me and my identity, even though they go. So one of the things that took place is you can see a few different outcomes of the word cloud and different iterations that sort of led me to a point where I started thinking about them being like dots on a map or a geographic landmass or a visual way of pathfinding and this idea of traveling through place or traveling through time or traveling between people and places, and then how that traveling really made me think more about how people travel in navigation and how, again, thinking about myself and these images being a summary of me as a person and how they could represent me as a person further. And I started thinking about the stars in the sky and the idea of how this cloud could become more of a physical object that's up in the sky itself and maybe even like fictional constellations that are representative of me as a person. And since I'm the client, I get to do that now. So I restructured the word cloud and made it into a series of constellations. I then took the time to map out the night sky that can be found above my home and find stars that obviously have real names. And I'm not going to be publishing this or making it public that anyone gets to see it. So I'm not trying to claim to the stars being mine. But for the purposes of having fun, and since I'm the only one that really wants to do this, I basically associated each of the different dots and the different constellations to physical actual space. And then I took the time to name each of those separate constellations. And that process really opened me up to thinking about, summarizing big things. And when I looked at the different points within each of the constellations, I came up with a way of summarizing each of them. And those summaries became advocacy, which is the constellation on the top, rights, which is the constellation on the right-hand side, arts, which is the constellation on the top left-hand side, the environment, which is on the bottom left, and family, which is on the bottom right. And I guess I hung on that little point that like these things are summary of me. And although I think that's beautiful, the outcome that I came up with, I also think that I am not perfect. And I wanted that to be the way that I would call my constellation. Is like, I'm not perfect, but this is the summary of all my parts.
And since this project is for me, it's a summary of my parts, and I am not perfect. Thanks. Bye.